Army. So today we're doing a big arms workout. We're gonna start off with standing spirit bombs. Got some issues going on with my left shoulder just a little bit. So taking a break from barbell spirit bombs, we're gonna do standing dumbbell instead. And yeah, we got a lot planned today. You're gonna get a sick pump, gonna get a sick workout. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the workout. Squeeze the glutes. Good, exhale. All the way down, all the way down. There you go. Yeah, so for this one, make sure your body is evenly retracted. Make sure you're retracting evenly on both sides. How you can tell is just by looking in the mirror. Make sure like one arm isn't more forward than the other. Yeah, and spread out your legs a little bit more. So get a better base. If your base is too narrow, it's gonna be harder to stabilize. Squeeze your glutes, squeeze your abs. Same thing like overhead press, but just with dumbbells. You can get that extra little range of motion by bringing them in as well at the top. So don't just treat it exactly like a regular overhead press. Bring it up over the top and in.
Are you going to your body?
No, just right on the sides. I'm bringing it by my ears. Yeah, so I'm lining each arm with my ears. So something right here and then I'm locking out at the top, controlling it at the bottom. The next thing is your angle of your hands is a little bit different. So if you look in the mirror, you can see how much the angle of the dumbbells, right? You can see if one's facing in and out. For me personally, I just like to face my palms forward, so I like the dumbbells exactly in line with my body. It's okay to turn it in or out, whatever's most comfortable, but you want to make sure the angle is the same. So like for you, when you're doing it one on your right side, it's a little turned in more than your left side, yeah. So what you can do is you can look in the mirror and look how much of you can see of the weight. Yeah, that'll help you. Like let's say one side you can only see the 3, but the other side you can see the 3 and a little bit of the 5. Then you know your angle's off, you know? Yeah. Yeah, so just make sure every side's even. A lot of people thought I hated my brother's back workout that we did, the other raw training video, which wasn't the case. Whenever I train with anyone, I make it a point to ask a lot of questions because I'm trying to learn what I can from that person. And I understand that I can learn something from everyone, even if it's someone that I taught how to lift, like, 4 or 5 years ago. That person can still teach you. You can learn something from everyone. And that's what I'm always interested in doing, especially when it comes to fitness. So this is something I got from him that I liked a lot. Between the leg, side lateral raise. Yeah, try this out, like this. Start light. So for this one, stagger your feet. So there's a couple things that makes this workout really good. You get constant tension from the cables. The next thing is you can grab the bar and lean, so create a greater range of motion. And the third thing is, typically people will come in the front of the machine or behind the machine, but when you do it between your legs, you can hit that ladder head just perfectly. So yeah, it's something I wish I thought of. So instead of doing, you know, just regular straight bar curls or regular dumbbell curls or something like that, I'm starting all my bicep exercises now with hammers. Yeah. Just because I feel like you can go heavier and it hits the long head a lot better. Yeah, I'm focusing a lot more on the long head of my bicep, which, you know, gets hit regardless, even if you're doing like just straight bar curls or whatever. But I feel like hammer curls isolates it a little bit more, you know.
As for growth for the bicep, what head usually makes your bicep bigger?
The long head. It's the bigger head, yeah. You only have two heads of the bicep, the long head and the short head. So the long head...
The long head sits on the outside, right?
Yeah, that's your peak, yeah. And that's another thing that I want to work on is bicep peak. Peak is very genetic, but you know, while growing and developing the long head of the bicep, you can actually increase your peak. How much? Who knows? But we're gonna try to build as much as possible. We have a lifelong goal of 18-inch arms, and hopefully we can get them 18s and really quick. So for this one as well, doing like a slight pause at the top and also staying retracted. A lot of guys, when they do, you know, hammer curls, they roll their shoulders in front of them, you know, keep your posture good, pinch your shoulder blades back and down, stay retracted. And I notice it isolates the bicep a lot more. You feel that, right? Instead of having your shoulder up forward like that. A lot of people start using their anterior delt to hammer curl it, you know, especially as your elbow comes forward, then you're using a lot more of your anterior delt to lift the weight. But if you keep it retracted, isolates a lot more. And then on top of that, just pausing at the top. You know, so you do like a slight pause at the top. Like it doesn't even look like I'm pausing, but if you can feel that mind muscle connection of that pause at the top, you know, just really to just maximally contract your bicep, you know. Because a lot of people feel it majority in their forearms, you know, when they do hammer curls, because it's obviously a secondary muscle. So for this one, we're gonna do overhead tricep extensions. Typically, we'll do normally like a push down or like a dip or something. But since the theme of this workout is hitting, you know, the larger parts of the muscle, so like the long head of the tricep, long head of the bicep, I wanna isolate the long head of the tricep for this one. And that's something I always preach too, is if you want big triceps, hit the long head of your triceps. Yeah. Long head is this one right here. Yeah. It kind of hangs.
I'll count this one. That's the outside to me.
Okay, yeah, somewhere on the inside, yeah. So what you can do if you feel off balance is you can stagger your legs. You'll be able to lift more. Just make sure you switch it up, because you're always going to be stronger on the leg that's forward. So if you put your right foot forward, your right hand, it takes off the weight from your right arm, yeah. So make sure the next day you go left foot forward, yeah. And make sure you get that full stretch. So come all the way back here and get that stretch back there, yeah. So just not to here, from here. All right, so this is when the fun begins. So it's your first time, you've never done an occlusion training type before, right? So occlusion training is mainly used for deloads, so like deload weeks, or people who have injuries. Let's say like your tricep tendonitis is acting up, you have like, you know, you injured something. For me, I just like to add it in here and there. It's like great, you get like the most insane pump ever. You're gonna get the craziest pump ever. It's gonna burn like hell, but it's gonna feel so good after. This is like the only time I think I've gotten my arms measured at 18 inches is after doing this occlusion training. Basically, I'm gonna use these cuffs. You can use knee wraps, you can use those, I don't know, those occlusion bands or whatever, which I don't really like. The occlusion bands aren't really tight enough. I like these bands. Hopefully they're not loose for you, but yeah, these bands are consistently tight. Oh. Anyways, so what I'm gonna need you to do is just hold these bands open for me. I'm gonna slip my arms through. We're gonna put it right underneath your shoulder, okay? For the weight, you're gonna do 20% of your max. So it's gonna be really lightweight, and then what we're gonna do is I'm gonna need you to help me time. So I'm gonna do 30 reps for the first set, rest 30 seconds. So that as soon as I'm done my set, you hit the timer. When I'm like 5 seconds into 30 seconds, so it's a 30 seconds, then let me know so I can start getting ready for my next set, okay? So 30 reps, rest 30, 15, rest 30, 15, rest 30, 15. Okay, so 4 sets altogether, 30, 15, 15, 15 with 30-second rest intervals in between. Okay, and then after that, you're gonna have to help me rip the sleeves off because it's gonna be burning like hell. Yeah, it's gonna be hurting. All right, let's go. So I'm gonna slide my arm through. So kind of bring it down. No, bring it down, bring it down. Yeah, so I can, there we go. There we go, that's good, that's good. All right, that's good. All right, that's good too. All right, so I think I'm just gonna do 40 pounds. I'm gonna do 30 reps. All right, go. Google Maps.
4, 3, 2, and start.
All right, ready? All right, let me know if it's too loose, okay? Because I can use my wraps. That went on kind of easy. It's not tight enough, bro.
Fuck that, it's tight enough.
You gotta use your arm, bro. Yeah, shove your arm down.
Oh. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
It's good? All right, make sure they're even, yeah? Make sure they're above your bicep, yeah? Let's use my wrist wraps, just make it tighter.
But let me just try first the 30 there.
All right, go. No.
Tighter reverse the more.
Yeah, the more you feel it.
I feel it already, my veins already fucking up.
Where?
Huh?
Where? Better go heavier then. The loose bands. Huh?
Holy shit. That fuck is tight.
Oh, there we go. Now we can see his veins. Look at that. Look at the bicep transformation. I go 30. Breathe. There you go. What? Feel the burn?
I feel the burn.
All right, 5 seconds. Go. Start going. All right, go. Oh, oh, too much pump, huh? Too much pump, huh? There you go. Oh. There you go. Now you can see the pump. Wow. 5 seconds. Go. There you go. Come on. All right, last round. What, burning? Turn the music louder.
going to the dark place.
5 seconds, 5 seconds. Oh, last set, last set. Go. There you go, come on. Ugh. Ugh. So that's the end of the workout. That's occlusion training. One thing I do want to add is to make sure your bands that you use are not too tight. On a scale of 1 through 10 tightness, my bands are maybe like a 7, maybe an 8. I would not go anything tighter than that. That's probably the only way you're going to injure yourself, if you use bands that are too tight or if you wrap yourself too tight. So make sure that's not. And yeah, give it a try. You're going to get the most insane pump ever. As always, frequency, volume, consistency. Those are the 3 keys to making arm gains and growing your arms. But hope you guys enjoyed the workout. Give it a try. I'll see you guys in the next video. Much love, strength, and honor. Aloha.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! Immortal!